Hello everyone, welcome to Titan Web Tutorials. In this video I'll show you how to add document generation collaborators using Salesforce Permission Set. Alright, so before we start, let me show you what our goal is. So we have some documents that we created for document generation in Salesforce, and we have the Titan platform package installed from the App Exchange. And we're looking at the object contact, and what we want to do is generate documents that are related to that object. So typically you would add a button. In this instance, this button comes with the package. So FD generate document, and right now we see that we don't have any documents, even though we do, but we did not give any collaborator permissions for that user to use it. So how do we do it? Usually we head over to my account, users, and we assign collaborators. And the way that we can assign collaborators is by specific user. And like so, if I would add this right now and I'll hit finish and I'll head back over here and I click FD generate document, I will see all the all the documents that the user has permission to. But what if you want to assign them dynamically? You don't want to go one by one. You have plenty of them. And what we want to do is assign a bunch in one go. So what we have is Salesforce profiles. We all know this already. You can assign a profile. And from that profile, you can go ahead and whoever belongs to that profile will have automatic rights to generate the documents you assign to. In this video, I'll show you Salesforce permission sets. Now, this is a great option since you can have large profiles, and within that profile, you want specific users to be able to generate the documents and not others. And to change profiles for users can be a little messy, so you can use Salesforce permission set. So let's see how this works. So I'll head over here. So right now I have no permissions. And let's head over to setup, and I'll go to permission sets. And you can create a new one specifically for that, or if you have already an existing permission set, that's completely fine. We're just going to grab whoever is assigned to that permission set, and then that user will have access rights. So let's take a look at one that I have here. It's called no pass reset, and if we will take a look at the manage assignments, these are the users that will be allowed to access the document generation forms. So let's select this guy, and here we can select specific documents that this user will be able to generate. So instead of selecting all, let's select these two, and I'll hit finish. Now notice what happens. So we have permission set group 1, and you can add as many as you like. We can go back here and edit. Right now we don't have any users here because the users here will be assigned, will be added once a user from that permission set comes in and tries to generate a document, and I'll show you that in just a second. And we can edit it and configure the form generation rights, or the DocSign rights as well directly from here. So you can always go back and add documents to that permission set, which is really cool. And then you can also delete it if you don't deem it necessary. And right now we see we have 0 collaborators. And again, this is since no one tried to generate a document with that permission set rule. So let's go back over here and I'll try and generate. And what I'm expecting to see are these 2 documents, which is great. And if I'll head back over here and I'll refresh, now we see we have 1 collaborator and 1 collaborator using this permission set. So let's take a look over here, and we see the collaborator, and we can also disable or enable it. So if we disable, we remove that from here, and if I'll go back here and try it again, I'll not be able to see it. Okay, so let's enable it back. And I have one collaborator. I'll try and generate a document. Perfect. Now let's go and try another user. So let me see what I can do over here. Okay, so this one, let's find an active one, this guy right here, and let's log in to Salesforce. That's not a sandbox, so it's not gonna work, so let's change this to okay, and we're golden. And now what we will do, we'll go to the same contact object and we will try and generate a document. We'll click on the FTGen. And FT generate document, and obviously I don't have any access rights, so no documents. So what I will do over here, I'll go back to my permission set and I'll add assignment, and I'll assign this user to that permission set. Perfect, so we have the assignment, and now I'll go back with that user and try and generate the document, and I get these documents ready for generation. And if we'll go back over here to our dashboard, we can see we have two. We'll take a look at the people in here, and this is how this looks like. So we can disable, we can enable, just like we've seen before, and that's perfect. We can go back over here for that group and add more forms. So if I'll add everything now, and I'll go back over here, FD generate, and we see everything, and I'll go back with this one, and we shall see everything as well, and we will see our two collaborators, and this is how it's done.